Everywhere you look on YouTube, you see videos about self-improvement. Improve your fitness, improve your mindset, keep striving for better results. While all these messages are well-intentioned, life has its own way of teaching us lessons. And sometimes that lesson is that we need to destroy ourselves before we can start building something new. It may sound counterintuitive, but the truth is, by embracing self-destruction, you can get to where you want to go faster and become the best version of yourself in the process. Self-destruction doesn't mean ending your life or spiraling into negative habits. It simply refers to the process of breaking down the old, unhelpful parts of yourself so that you can make room for something better. It's about shedding the weight that holds you back. Sure, you'll lose parts of yourself in the process, but that's part of the journey. You'll come out the other side stronger, smarter, and more aligned with your true potential. So how do you begin? Well, first, get a blank Google Doc or open a page in your journal. At the top, write the title, Self-Destruction. The first thing you'll do is describe what you want to achieve in life. This is your vision statement, your blueprint for who you want to become. I won't dive too deep into vision exercises here, but we have other videos on our channel that cover that topic, so check them out if you need guidance. Write down whatever comes to mind. This could be related to your health, fitness, relationships, or finances. Anything that's important to you. For example, here's what I would write as my vision. I exercise for an hour every day and feel great both physically and mentally. I have a thriving global community that benefits from my life tips, and together, we walk the path toward holistic well-being. I have a loving and supportive family, and we share plenty of time together, growing and learning as we go. The more specific and detailed you can make it, the better. Once you've written that, you're ready to begin the self-destruction process. Now that you have your vision written down, it's time to start the breakdown. There are several exercises that will help you destroy the parts of yourself that are standing in the way of your goals. The first step in this process is to blow up some of your current habits. Put an end to them. You may not realize it, but you're probably doing things every day that are limiting your happiness and success. Bad habits tend to latch onto people who don't have clear intentions. They creep in, just like mold to stagnant water, and if you don't consciously address them, they will keep holding you back. So take a moment to think about your daily routine, starting from when you wake up all the way through your day. What are the things that are not serving you? Write them down. For example, maybe you're not waking up early enough, or perhaps you're skipping exercise altogether. Maybe you're eating unhealthy foods, or you spend too much time on your phone instead of working toward your goals. Whatever it is, list those behaviors. This is a living list. Add to it whenever you remember something that's not benefiting you. It might take you a few days to complete this list. You need to be honest with yourself, and sometimes that's tough. Think about things you do less frequently, like binge drinking with friends on weekends. These behaviors also need to go on the list if they're slowing you down. Once you've identified these limiting behaviors, it's time to take action. Start with the ones that are most urgent and begin eliminating them one by one. It's not going to be easy, but you can't move forward without first shedding the old, unhelpful habits. After you've tackled some of the habits that hold you back, the next step is to take a hard look at your relationships. Some people in your life, whether they know it or not, are pulling you down. These individuals can either directly or indirectly prevent you from reaching your goals. Doing a gut check on the people around you is one of the healthiest things you can do for your progress. Start by listing the people you interact with regularly. These could be friends, family members, coworkers, anyone you spend significant time with. Then objectively assess how they contribute to your success. For example, think about whether your friend Kyle is a positive influence on your fitness goals, or if your brother Jake is encouraging your financial success. Go through each person one by one and score their impact on your life. It's not an easy process. You might feel conflicted or guilty about scoring someone negatively, but remember, this is about your growth. Some people, even well-meaning ones, can hold you back by being negative or distracting. This doesn't necessarily mean you need to end these relationships, but it's crucial to understand how they influence your progress. When you're aware of how relationships help or hurt you, you can manage them in a way that supports your positive changes. Next, let's look at your spending habits. What you spend money on has a major impact on your progress, especially when it comes to building wealth. Getting honest about your finances and cutting out unnecessary spending is key to achieving long-term goals. Start by reviewing everything you've been spending money on. Go through your bank statements and credit card history and write down your regular purchases. Maybe you're spending $5 a day on coffee, ordering takeout multiple times a week, or paying for subscriptions you don't really need. Once you've listed everything, it's time to cut out what's unnecessary. For example, instead of buying coffee every morning, get a thermos and brew your own at home. If you're spending a lot on transportation, think about carpooling or using public transport. This exercise might seem small, but it has a huge impact. When you stop wasting money on things that aren't contributing to your goals, you'll find yourself with more resources to invest in things that truly matter. Finally, let's talk about the most challenging part of self-destruction: changing your identity. Many people resist change because they're comfortable with who they are, or they feel like they have already reached their full potential. But the truth is, you need to continuously evolve and break down parts of your old self to become better. Start by identifying the traits or behaviors in yourself that are hindering your progress. Are you someone who procrastinates? Are you constantly negative? Do you struggle with fear or self-doubt? Write down the qualities you want to change. You might also want to ask a close friend for their honest feedback. Sometimes an outsider's perspective can help you see things you might miss on your own. Once you have your list, write down declarations of the changes you want to make. For example, I will not procrastinate as much, or I will not allow fear to control my actions. Self-destruction, in this sense, isn't about beating yourself down. It's about shedding the parts of you that aren't serving your highest purpose. You may feel uncomfortable at first, but remember, discomfort is where the growth happens.